What's up, guys? My name is Jomel.
Wait, you didn't even say fucking. You didn't even
Yeah,
start the thing. You bitch.
yeah, I did start it.
No, you didn't.
I was like, how to set?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. All right,
Uh,
fine. Let
I
me start.
fucking. I lost myself. Never
Let me.
mind.
Should I start recording and then
No, we just go. Just cut this out,
just cut this out? I'll probably gotta cut it
or
out.
leave it in. Put it in at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Do what you
true.
want.
All right. What's up, guys? My name is Jomel,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game, anime news, reviews, and waifus for life. This is episode 36. Yeah.
I thought no, 35.
No, is it? No, it can't be 35. No, we're on 36 now. I believe so. Let me check the files.
I'm
'Cause
pretty sure this is fucking 35. This is 35. 35.
no, it can't be.
I could have sworn the last thing I said was the big 3-4, or whatever. My
Was it
shitty
big 3
attempts
4
at
or big
comedy.
3 5?
We really need to put episode numbers on these.
I mean, I do normally. No, yeah, we are on 30. We are on 36 because the last one was 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so excuse us for our lack of memory. Well, we just don't remember
Foolishness.
everything.
Just just forgive our foolishness.
Yeah, we even though we make these 1 week apart, it's still our memories are about as good as any weeb.
I mean, all right. Well, there's some weaves that are like, oh, I know I, get the shine glasses, the fucking picking the nose and shit. Like, I know the voice actors what happened when they were fucking 7 years old. I fucking
What the
get
well,
all up into it.
I think I'm referring to useful information at this point.
Well,
No.
I mean, what information is useless, Jomel?
Are you talking about in general, or is this a philosophical question, or what?
Yes.
Because we are in the age of information at this point, which I feel like
Yeah.
majority information nowadays is useless.
That's a good point. No one needs to know that Bowsette's fucking cute.
Exactly. Yeah. No one needed the crown to exist, but it did anyway, and everyone
All
loved
right,
it.
well, Nintendo fucking they threw themselves into the fucking doghouse with that one.
Exactly.
They had to have seen that coming. There's no way they didn't.
I don't know. Maybe they were just that. Maybe what is it? They were just that hopeful that their audience wasn't as trashy and shitty as they thought they would be.
Jomel. There's tons and tons of porn of all their characters. There's
True.
gender swaps. There's fucking Yaoi, Yuri. There's all this shit. They know it's there. And
Well,
it's
maybe
not
they're
like
just ignorant.
No, they're not.
No.
You know they're not.
So they just threw it in there just for the shits and giggles that they were gonna get out of it.
Exactly.
You know
Well,
what?
I mean, they had a good idea. Look, we said it before last episode. That it's a good idea. It's cute. It's interesting. It's fun.
Marketable.
It's marketable. But anytime they make a female anything, you know the internet's gonna get their hands on it.
Oh yeah, and they get their hands on everything else.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. But we're not here to talk about Bowser. We already did all of that last week. So
And specifically, so this is gonna come out Monday. This last Saturday spelled the end of our first week of Spooktober on
Yes.
the Twitter and Facebook for
yes.
for Wannabe Boo.
Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying that because I know we're not yet. We're ecstatic about it. Oh yeah,
I mean,
at least
I'm-
you are.
Definitely having a lot of fun with it. I mean, I don't post as timely as I should.
Mhm.
Those last few were a bit late at night. But be looking out for that review tomorrow. Or not really review, recommendation. This is gonna be all scary anime this week.
Oh, okay. Like,
Well, not this week, this month.
all right, yeah, just this, spooky anime and all that.
Spooky.
Whether it's
It's-
emotional and or just, actually just spooky.
Well, there's not many anime that are actually scary, if any.
Oh, that's true.
It's just it doesn't work.
I don't know. I think School Days really scared me. I
All
really
right.
felt that it scared me just
All
because
right,
of that
there's a-
one moment.
That's a different kind of fear, though. I'm talking about like, suspense. The is he gonna wait?
What?
He did. You did wonder if he was gonna die. Shit, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe that
like,
does count. Shit.
I mean, the
Doctor
moment when,
recommends school
the moment
days.
when Seki had the knife, I literally had to pause the video and catch my breath. I was like, "Holy shit, what is happening right now?" Because I am not ready for this. I wasn't ready for a bloodbath.
I
Honestly,
mean, it was.
I was just ready for like a fucking argument and maybe a walkout, but not with a kitchen knife. No, not at all.
I mean, see, here's the thing though, Jomel. There's a
Mhm.
certain bar that you get to when certain things happen. You
Right.
know, they might not necessarily correlate, but it sets the tone for what could happen.
Right.
And when Katonaha got uh, uh, assaulted by dude's friend,
Mhm.
the bar was up there. It was past. Oh, someone could die. You know,
Right.
because death comes before rape, all at all times. That's just the way our society works. We don't give a shit about people getting killed. You know,
That's
fucking
yeah.
on TV, murder an entire fucking country. Who gives a shit? You
That's
do one thing to one person. You know, you sexually assault one person. The fucking God's hand comes down from the sky and kicks your ass.
that's true. I mean, I guess it kind of relates to like watching Goblin Slayer for the first time ever today.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that was that. Like I don't know, just even with the Goblin Slayer there, I was just like, fuck, this is so tense. Even though he's silver, I feel like I still felt tense with
Like
his
some
with
shit can go down.
exactly. I feel confident in him, but I feel like there's still that level of like human error that could happen, even if he is
Hmm.
the Goblin Slayer.
Well, you'll find out why he's known as a Goblin Slayer. I mean, obviously he just he kills goblins, but
Mhm.
like his story is fucking it's rough. Well, I mean, it's what you would expect from someone that
Mhm.
only kills goblins. And again, because of the tone of what's going on, you can tell where it might come from, but uh it's good. It's good.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, things don't ever get as dour as they did in the first episode. At least I
Okay.
don't think it will.
So
Whatever
like,
happens past where I was in the manga, who fucking knows?
okay. Wow. I mean, as you guys know, like the first episodes of like everything started coming out now, and
Most of it's out.
I completely forgot about it. Like I was like just thinking about catching up anime. I'm like, what the hell? First episode. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. We just did a podcast on this. Everything is starting to come out like real soon. Like a couple of the
Mm.
things already started coming out. Like as of this recording, is was it SEO is coming out, and obviously Goblin Slayer first episode just came out.
Let's see, we got
Tuaro Majutsu no Index season 3. I haven't watched it yet because I had a broken link, but I'm definitely gonna watch that after I record this.
mhm. I think Fairy Tales last season started. Uh, the got transported to another world as a slime anime's out.
Oh yeah.
I, I got some words about that one, but the Bunny Girl one came out.
Oh yeah, I watched that one too. I forgot about that. Yeah.
The
I made his useless
one,
one.
the Made Is Useless one. That's another one we got some words about. Zombieland Sega, another we
Oh,
got some words about.
definitely.
The Yuri one, the one about the girl who she's like a she's the granddaughter of a witch, and but the girl has like lost all emotion and like can't see the color in the world.
I think.
All she sees is gray, and she's also butthurt about it,
Oh okay.
about that and magic. The Juliet one with the black dogs and white cats, which
Oh
I thought
yeah.
was gonna get really accidentally racial, but it didn't, and I'm
Oh,
proud
it
of
didn't.
them.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I mean, again, I read the manga way back. It never really got to that level of like subject, if anything. It's just a title that they kind of made themselves.
Well, see, so here's the thing though, the way they do it, it's like it's not because it could have been real accidentally casually like bad.
Right.
They could have just been like, the black cats, white dogs. That's a lot to say. They could have just easily said, "Oh, those whites, oh, those blacks," and then there would have been fucking
Oh.
red flags all over the place. I'm like, oh shit, you know?
Right. Exactly.
But each and every time they call them the black dogs or the white cats,
Yep. The full
every
title.
single time. So
Because they want
either
to.
that or what going?
No, like they just want to make sure that that's who they're addressing as their mortal enemies.
They kind of have to. That's dangerous ground when you just
Well,
go straight black and white.
they could always just go dogs and cats. like
You
you
could.
dog or like you cat. Oh, I don't think. I guess depending on how the voice actor would enunciate it, but I think they can go with at least that route. If they want to
Maybe.
minimalize it.
Maybe. I mean, they could just straight up say fucking, say it in actual Japanese. None of us are gonna fucking know.
That's true.
But the subtitles say otherwise.
For real.
They can honestly just be spouting the most racist shit unless someone that knows Japanese raises a flag about it, which they probably won't, because anyone that actually knows Japanese probably doesn't watch anime.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a weeb that's dedicated. But I digress.
Right, indeed. Oh, another one, another big one that just came out that most people are excited about is what is it? JoJo's Part 5,
Yeah, who
Episode
gives a
1.
shit?
Hey, it's not the big swole men this time. It's the lean swole men.
Yeah, still men. Then again, I can't say that because of fucking sumo.
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking loved it.
That's literally men like on top of each other.
Yeah. But it's still not as gay as JoJo is.
Yeah, watch it. We're gonna get so much flack for that right now.
Look, be as gay as you want. There's a difference between. Well, I mean, all right, you can argue it. Do what you want to do. Call me, homophobe, whatever. Do what you got to do. I'm fine with it.
I mean, I don't
I'm
even.
not, but
That's not, I mean, that's not even how it is in context.
It's not.
Like,
It's just.
is it too flashy for you? Is it just too much sparkles and too much
I
stand?
love fucking look at Kill la Kill. That was nothing but sparkles and bullshit.
True.
Like, are you kidding me? Any trigger anime is just, the trigger star, and then something happens.
Right.
Know? It's just something about JoJo. Outside of the fact that no, well, all right, let's just wrap this back around. The only reason why I refuse to watch JoJo, not because it's popular.
Right, because that'd be just the ignorant thing to do.
That'd be the ignorant thing to do. And I see JoJo's merit.
Mm-hmm.
I see what's good about it. The only reason why I don't want to watch it is because someone hyped it up to me so much, told me so much about it, that I just lost interest and didn't want to watch it anymore.
Oh, okay, so it was just that you were just like oversaturated by a fanboy.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And it's great to be passionate about something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to recommend it to somebody, you don't shove it down their throat.
Yeah, there's a difference between like recommending something and then literally trying to convert somebody into it. You know what I mean?
And trust me, Jomel, you're part of this problem.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you, Matthias, and Kevin and Jeff, you fuckers.
Wait. How so? I don't
remember when I went to Asen with you guys and you were cosplaying fucking the JoJo's, and I was like, all right,
I wasn't cosplaying JoJo.
Weren't you? Oh no, you weren't.
I wasn't.
It was Matthias that was cosplaying as JoJo.
Yeah, it was
one of the JoJo's.
Yeah, Matthias Matthias was part like Jotaro.
Well,
one of the years.
We started a conversation about it, and then you guys unleashed upon me. I was like, all right.
I mean, I didn't unleash anything. Again, I like. Maybe until like a couple years ago, I didn't even know about JoJo's. Honestly,
I don't know, Jomel. I think you repressed that memory. I think you just blacked out and you just went full, pose on me.
Oh,
don't remember what happened.
Someone Bill cosplayed me into JoJo.
Jesus Christ, you fucking right.
All of a sudden, I'm waking up all swole and start posing in front of people.
But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. How was the first episode of the season? Of the JoJo's.
Oh no, I didn't watch it.
Oh well, fuck you then.
I never said I was. I never did say I was interested. Nor did I say I watched. I was just saying I know that's a big one that people are waiting for.
Oh. Well, okay then.
But other than that, neither of us really have any interest in talking about it because neither of us have watched it, nor have we like shown any enough investive interest in JoJo's.
Right.
So.
They're also really stretching the name for JoJo.
What the for Part 5?
Giorno Giovanni. That doesn't translate to JoJo. Fuck you.
Oh.
That Gio.
It
starts with G.
Oh. In the Japanese, it sounds all the same anyway.
The Japanese. Fuck you. No, you're doing too much.
So what do you want to talk about first, like in terms of like what we watched first episode? Because there are a couple of things that I think I don't know. Did you watch the vampire one?
Yes, I thought that was adorable.
Okay. Let's start with something light.
Another one with a lot of gay in it, but it's okay.
Yeah, unintentional. I mean, Like even the four coma doesn't necessarily like the four coma comic that I read this from. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
necessarily like even imply that, but it's much more implied in the anime. So
I mean, watch the opening. It's nothing but like,
I know for real. I'm like, when did this turn into Yuri? Like, I mean,
uh,
all right, let's just get into it first. I
well,
mean,
I wanted to say before we started. I know,
okay.
but I just want to say, for the sake of it, we're gonna have to spoil some first episodes because that's really the only way to talk about them. You know.
Yeah. Like, and I mean, up in this, yeah. So up until this point, like, I mean, this is like really early. So
Hmm. I
so
mean, they just came out, so fuck you. Go watch it.
yeah, exactly. You guys, if you guys are listening to us, you should be on top of this right now. So
Exactly.
go on. So pause the podcast right now. Watch all the first episodes, and then come back to where you left off, and then you can listen to what we thought about these episodes.
There you go. You only got one. Let's see, what are we gonna talk about? Like at least like 10 anime to fucking watch.
I think we have 10. I think I mean me mostly. I think I would just watch 4 or 5 at most so far, as things
Fair
are
enough.
slowly coming out. Because I don't even know of all. Because again, not everything came out this one week. So
That is true. And then not everything I'm planning on watching. Though I'm now that I'm looking at it again, still a lot that I want to watch. But
hmm
whatever. Let's get into it. I guess we can go straight down the anime list.
yeah, that's true.
All right. Didn't
Um,
watch Sword Art.
not yet. I'm gonna definitely gonna watch it after I record this.
Didn't watch Tokyo Ghoul. Didn't watch Fairy Tail. Goblin
Alright,
Slayer. Fuck yeah.
Goblin Slayer. All right, we start off with a big hitter right here. Man. Okay, here. Let me just say this first, Rob. As someone who's never even delved into the Goblin Slayer like
Mm-hmm.
lore or just the story, I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you right now, I am instantly hooked.
It's so
And
damn good.
like I said earlier about it being suspenseful and horror, they did this. They did it really well. I mean, I don't know how accurate, how faithful it is to the original to its source material, but I feel like it's
Exact.
done really well.
Well, some of the lines are a little different, but
hmm
it's still pretty spot on.
Okay, because like I think the last time I ever felt, I mean this isn't technically in isekai anime, but the last time
No.
I ever felt this kind of like, this kind of a storytelling format about like, the adventuring story and all that. The last time I ever felt this kind of like tension, this much hook was probably
Mhm.
Grimgar the Ash.
Oh, you. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a good point. That's what the gritty fantasy is what I'm just all about. Grimgar, Goblin Slayer,
I mean,
fucking
it's not even really about gritty. I think it's just about like how I wouldn't say accurate, but like how like practical a lot of the like a lot of the things that happen in the series like matters.
I
Like
got you.
even that small like little detail how the Goblin Slayer was like, oh, this sword is too long to be swinging around in a cave like this. I mean, that was already been pointed out like a couple of times ago. I'm like, oh, this is probably going to be something important,
Right,
early on, and then that shit happened
right.
with the guy. I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. That's where he fucked up,
Yep.
and it's those things that you have to like really put into perspective, like that kind of like shit these adventures have to go through, especially with someone like the Goblin Slayer.
Well, the reason why I like it is because it takes like a realistic approach to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like it says, here's your fantasy, here's all your settings, here's your basic idea. You know you love it, but now you know there's no bullshit that's just gonna magically save you. I mean, granted, she got lucky that the Goblin Slayer just so happened to be coming into that cave at that time,
Right, exactly.
but. Okay, quote unquote lucky. All her friends died except for one who was unfortunately fucking ravaged by goblins.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Even though these characters were essentially like no named, I seriously did not want any of them to go out to die,
yeah,
or even
they.
like get like even get like her. I just wanted them to succeed and just leave that cave. But I was like, nope, this is not how this is gonna go down. At least I know
Nope.
that was like the basic rule, at least for this first episode.
But it's the fact that they got brutalized. Like each, like there's just like you can just be killed. Like oh no, I'm fighting. I got cut down. Now I'm dead. But they got
hmm
brutalized. Like this guy, fucking. So basic the way the first episode basically went is we're following this young priest girl who's about 15. Put your fucking dicks away, you pedophiles. Um, she's a cutie though. She's a new priestess. She wants to be an adventurer. She's like, all right. go to the guild, get my porcelain badge, which signifies my rank and blah blah blah, whatever. And then this group of other starting adventurers like, hey, let's go fuck up some zombies because zombies, goblins because goblins suck. And she's like, man, I don't know. And he's like, let's do it. And she's like, all right. Didn't
Yeah,
take much to
right.
convince her.
I feel like the front desk clerk should have said something.
She
Honestly.
should have. She should have. She could have. I mean, she tried.
Yeah,
She tried a little
but still, like, you essentially are sending these kids out there with a death wish.
bit. Yeah, but it's one of it's. She probably didn't want to get attached because even if they survive that one, they might not survive the next one, and then you want to.
Yeah,
She probably deals with people dying a lot. She probably just didn't want to like. I'm not gonna.
true.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna get attached. You go out and fucking die. That's too bad. You gotta understand that shit happens a lot in this anime.
That's yeah.
Well, in this world at least, they
I
make it apparent right off the bat.
I can imagine at this point.
So they go to the cave. Shit goes wrong. Like we said, the swordsman guy. Well, there's a swordsman. There's a mage. There's a priest or girl, and there was a monk fighter. Hand to hand combat kind of person. So they go in. Everyone's all cocky, except for priest girl. Um, our guy's sword was too long. When they got attacked, he tried to fucking kill this one goblin, but it fucking hit the roof of the cave, and then they fucking. But see, here's the thing about his death: like they didn't just like kill him. They like it was the horrific realization that he actually fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Like that split second of him dropping a sword.
Right.
That was just horrifying to see. Like, oh my god. God
Yeah.
damn.
And then he just got beat savagely. And then the mage girl got stabbed with a poison. Here's a detail that they left out. She got stabbed and they said, yeah, well, she was stabbed with poison,
Mm.
and it's like, like, yeah, okay, makes sense. That's why she's suffering and it's gonna die. But in the manga, they explained that the poison was actually urine and feces,
Oh.
and I think some other actual poisonous herb, just to make it that much more deadly.
Okay. I mean, would have been necessary to like add even add those little details? I mean, I wouldn't have minded it, but would have benefited? Would we have
More,
benefited as a
can you ever
viewer?
not have enough grit, Jomel?
That's true. That's true. I mean, you might as well just pull in the whole fucking thing if you're trying to go with that route. So.
Right. Exactly. So it's a lot of teeny tiny details that were left out, but otherwise it was pretty faithful.
Mhm.
But she gets stabbed, and she essentially is poisoned and is dying slowly, and it can't, So they had to mercy kill her, and then the monk was the one that got dragged away, and I didn't realize, like, in the time of reading it, I didn't realize how fast they multiplied, but the fact that they actually had children that fast was fucking asinine.
Mhm.
Like, it was within the few minutes that they fucking came down there. Well, by the time she got captured.
Right.
And everything, Goblin Slayer showed up. He was like, all right, let's fuck some bitches up. And
Mhm.
fuck some bitches up. Save the one monk girl who's now traumatized and is probably never gonna fucking punch anything in her life again.
Right.
And left, and now the priest girl and Goblin Slayer are gonna fucking work together.
Yeah. I mean, for one thing, I was actually kind of surprised about about the Goblin Slayer's like character.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he'd be a very chill and calm character. I thought he was more of like a silent death death kind of fighter. Like he's just really like Doom in a sense. You know what I mean? Like Doom guy. I
Oh,
felt
like fucking beating them, like punching them down, ripping them open with his bare hands and shit like that,
yeah,
just
exactly.
silently.
I thought he was just gonna like just he's just like he just doesn't talk much and he all he does is just fucking maul goblins. I didn't think he was a lot more calculative, so that was a bit of a surprise for me.
Yeah, that's probably one of the coolest things about him. Because I mean, of course, we can enjoy Doom guy like character,
Mm-hmm.
but like it'll get old,
Right.
unfortunately. Not to say that Doom guy got old, but like you're not playing Doom six or seven times in a row because it's the same thing. You shoot him and you rip him open. This guy's like, all right, well, I can't shoot him and I can't rip him open, so I got to figure out my way to fucking calculate around what the fuck's going on in here.
Exactly. If anything,
And
it's
it's
more
different
like
every single time.
exactly. It's more like a Dark Souls elegance kind of thing in this
Yeah,
case. You just kind of
methodical.
yeah. There you go. It's very methodical. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to see what happens next week, and I'm
Want
really
me to tell you?
no, I'm really tempted to read the manga, but I'm like, you know what? I waited this long, I might as well just go with the anime and then just continue off for whenever the anime ends.
Oh, you're gonna see. I think she's gonna be introduced next episode, maybe the episode after. But my girl's gonna be introduced.
Oh, your
Well,
girl.
one of my two girls.
Okay. Because I do
And
imagine
you
I do imagine
Huh?
his party's gonna get bigger. So
yeah. I mean, they're all in the fucking. They're right there.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
But
what's next here? Next thing here. Oh, there you go. Next thing is slime. Our slime boy.
our slime boy, yo, this is so like, all right, not much happened in the first episode.
No, but I'm excited to see what happens afterwards.
Just though, it's so pretty. Oh my god, is it pretty? Like I don't it. I don't even know what to say. Like it's just so fucking pretty. Like when they do this whole like weird like machine magic thing that goes on with him.
Oh
It's
yeah, like
just so
you mean
pretty.
you mean like the I called it like the isekai system
Yeah, fair enough.
because it's essentially like a giant ass computer that is defaulted onto the main character as he dies.
Right.
So
That was some shit. So the way the first episode went down is basically main character Kun, 30 something, never had a girlfriend. Super, but he's not like, I'm an otaku, I'm a
no,
piece of shit. No,
he's pretty
he's
much
just
as
really
normie as
chill.
he's like chill and very normie as it gets in a sense.
He just didn't have a girlfriend for some reason.
Yeah,
But like he was
and a
meeting
virgin too.
his
He kind of
yeah.
makes that to a point when
Yeah.
he dies.
Well, okay, all right, we know he was a pervert because when he died, he asked his friend to destroy his computer.
Which is
Like,
hilarious.
he kept saying that. Like, make sure. No,
Like,
really, make sure.
you make fucking sure. Like that was the first thing he said. Not an ambulance, nothing else. He was like, make sure you fucking destroy my computer into the bathtub. Promise me that. Promise me that, please.
So maybe he was a freak.
I'm glad he didn't like take a look inside the computer. I was kind of curious too, but I'm
All right,
glad that
let's be honest.
I'm glad Kohai-kun was honoring his wishes.
It was gonna be some Fuda fucking tentacle shit that no one wanted to see.
Or slime.
Or
Like-
slime, you know?
Just some monster girl shit.
Yeah. But so he died, and as he was dying, like and bleeding out and be like, oh, the feeling of being stabbed, and like my body's super hot and now it's super cold. Like the isekai system was essentially recording all that and saying, all right, so your new body is gonna have heat resistance because you don't like it. It's gonna be cold resistant because you don't like it. I feel paralyzed or some shock or whatever. And it's like, all right, so lightning resistance, which will also translate into paralysis resistance. Oh, this hurts so much. All right, so no physical pain.
Yeah, it would just give him all these like new. Essentially, he was rolling a new character at this point.
Right, literally, and he was like, "All right, I didn't get to, I was a virgin this life. If I'm reincarnated, I wanna fuck everything I ever see." And the isekai system's like, "All right, so you want to be a predator?" And then he was like, and something about, oh, and if since I was a virgin at 32, I'm a wizard or like a sage, and it's like, all right, so you're a great sage. And I'm like, I guess, I fucking guess this is a way to set up a all powerful slime, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. The all powerful slime.
Right. So he dies. We get this super beautiful ass sequence of just his soul being transferred into the slime body. I'm
Exactly. I mean,
oh
it's
my God.
it's not even just that one sequence. A lot of the anime is consistent with this kind of like this artsy kind of styling. I was like. I was mesmerized if I were to like put into words.
like, honestly, I kind of just want to watch it again just to see it all. Like it's so pretty. Like I'm not doing it justice just by saying it's pretty, but like it's like It's
Again, like
like watching a dream.
yeah, exactly. The visuals was just like astonishing, and I didn't think it would get this like level of technicality and just I don't know. It was elegant for an isekai slime anime.
Right.
Like
Honest.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting too much just because of its title, and I didn't look
Right.
into it. I never did look into it because even though it did come out, well, its first renders of it coming out, but just watching this first episode, I'm already hooked and I just want to see what else goes down at this point.
Well, so all right. So if you can't tell from the opening or the ending or just the fucking screen, he apparently gets a human body somehow. He looks like a fucking little Shota lolly looking ass mofo.
Yeah,
He's a trap. He
essentially.
becomes a trap.
I don't think he's a trap, but I think it's just a Shota
Well, he
because
looks like a girl, so
well, the whole
I guess
blonde blue
Shotas
hair
look like
thing.
girls.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was confused about. Like the poster, I'm like, who the hell are these characters? Like I don't know what the slime was until the opening kicked off. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
that makes some level of sense since slime can shift and all that shape shift and
Right.
shit.
So like gets all these powers and he can like absorb materials and like copy that he's essentially fucking Kirby. He can absorb
Exactly.
materials and copy their what is it?
Like they're like
Magical what they call magicules or something like that.
yeah, magical or magic rule, something like that. Pretty much like
And
its magical component.
right, and he can copy it and use the component for something else. Like, for example, there was a bunch of these herbs in the cave that he was reborn in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, after this fucking gorgeous scene of him, see, not only just his soul transferring to the slime, but like just his body, like his liquid body. They just fucking went all out with how that looks. And it's awesome. So they went after that. He's like, all right, well, let me learn about all this shit, and he just ate all the plants in the cave, and he just started making health potions for the fuck of it, you know.
I know, right? When I realized that those were like essentially health herbs, I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot of health potions
I know,
for anybody. Like he's pretty much never gonna die at this point.
right,
Plus he has regeneration.
right. He
So
has regeneration and pain resistance, so even if he gets hurt, it's just like whatever, regenerate quick, real
yeah,
quick.
exactly.
Um, so he wanders around the cave and meets a dragon, and they became friends.
Sundre dragon to be more
Sundari
precise.
dragon, it's fucking adorable. I love it. He's super big and intimidating, but he's like, Baka, it's not like I really wanted to be friends with you, but because you asked, I'll do it.
Exactly. Like this is gonna be hilarious. I'm excited for next week.
Oh, I can't.
It's looking really good. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it this much, so I've got some hope for this.
All right. Well, personally, I knew I was gonna enjoy it just because of the concept of him being a slime. But the fact that they put this much care into it, I'm hoping, I'm praying. Oh, I just found out it's gonna be 24 episodes. Fuck.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Thank God there is a God. This is proof. Definite proof. Right here.
It's the isekai system, Jarron.
It's right.
That's our god. It's a fucking computer system that re-rolls your character for you.
Right. Look, something to look forward to when you die.
Yeah, just make sure you wish for proper things, otherwise you end up like a slime
Yeah.
that
Well,
can't
I
see
mean,
anything.
it works out for him.
Yeah, it does. You know.
But I'm praying. I mean, it's not likely because a lot of anime do this, where
Mm-hmm.
they blow a big budget on the first episode to hook you, and then the rest of it's not as good. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping it's consistent. But I'm prepared for it not to be.
True. Well, I mean, the studio itself, 8-bit, they've done a lot of a lot of things that have been pretty artsy, like the Grisaria series.
Yeah.
What is it? Knights and Magic. I like that one pretty good. The Aquarion Evol.
I don't
That
think I
was
watched Aquarion.
I can tell right now, like that's a pretty like classic mecha show, and they did the sequel for this one, and I can tell you right now, it's beautiful as hell. All like
Okay.
26 episodes, so I've got faith in what the studio has to offer when it comes to its consistency. So they even did
Okay.
some of the OVAs for what is it, the Monogatari series.
Yeah, I noticed that because they're since they did Grisaia, I noted before when we were talking, not on the podcast, that the characters from Grisaia look a lot like characters from the Monogatari series. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering if they just borrowed the fucking artist,
Probably, and then
or
they
he
animated
works for both
everything
studios.
exactly, and then they kind of just animated everything all beautifully as
All right.
usual. So Yeah, I have some faith in 8-bit here.
All right. I'm-
Moving on a little bit here. Did you watch the Bunny Girl Senpai anime?
Yes, I did not know what to expect from it. Like I didn't know how it was gonna go down. It said comedy, but it like when you think comedy, you think all right, things are gonna be a little lighthearted. This shit was not lighthearted.
Yeah, it's actually a lot more. It was a lot more serious than I thought it'd be. It's not
Way
a bad
more
thing.
serious. Right.
Like it's like it's we're talking in the realms of almost psychological in a sense,
Right.
because we're talking about like people's like mental state and just how people think how people like see each other and how it's all kind of processed throughout their life.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, okay, so the first episode kind of like gave you like a just a basic introduction to our main homeboy,
Mm-hmm.
and then turns out people don't like him. People don't like him because he was talking to like his one and only friend, walking to school,
Yeah.
and was suddenly dragged out by that's probably his girlfriend, right? I
Well,
don't
no,
think
no,
they were.
no, not one
No,
and only friend. He stated later on that he has another one
he had
other
two,
than
right?
him. Yeah, he had two. Him and somebody else that we haven't named yet, unless
You
it
think
was his
it's
sister.
Yeah, I
But
know. I'm thinking his sister counts, so that since that's the only the person that actually likes him.
then again, you don't
So
count your siblings as friends. They're your siblings. You're forced to like them or not.
that's true. But anyway, his one friend was then taken away by his girlfriend, and before that they were talking about no. I'm sorry. I'm going out of order. I can't believe going out of order right now.
Sorry.
So before that, our main homeboy was chilling in the library in a book, and all of a sudden a girl in a bunny suit just starts walking around the library, and he's just like apparently he's the only one that can see him because she's walking around trying to grab people's attention by like waving at him, walking around in front of people, and he's the one that's actually responding to all of this like
Mm-hmm.
like nonsense, just looking at her, and then actually finally approaching her, and then asking about her name, and turns out she's like a senpai to the high school that he goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day happens where he's talking to his one and only friend, Fleece for right now that we know of.
Right.
He talks about who the senpai is, and turns out the senpai is some famous like actress that's been
Well,
around.
actress, she's an idol.
I don't think she's an idol, isn't she? I thought
Well,
she's more of a like an actress. She's been like a bunch of TV shows and stuff like that.
well, I mean, it's one of those things where like she was a child star and she's
Like just in media a lot.
she's in media a lot, but I think she's an actual idol. I think she does music. Well, then you know what? I'm not sure. I can't say that. She might be an actor
Well,
or
she's
something. She
she's
does
in
something.
TV a lot. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's in TV a lot, and then the only thing is that the one thing that they mentioned about her is that she was never there for her first year because she was doing all her media work and all that. Is it
No, she
first
was
year or
there
first
for the first
semester?
year. She wasn't there for the first semester. She came to her first year. She came in after summer break.
Right. So and then she was all by herself
And
because
for
she's.
those that don't know how the Japanese high school system works, I believe, here's that wannabe knowledge coming
Mhm.
at you. I believe their summer breaks in the middle of their school year.
Yeah, because they start in the spring normally,
Right, right, right.
and then they have that month of summer break, and then everyone comes back. Then
Hmm.
that's when she got back into school during her first year, and then didn't really bother making friends with anybody else. Apparently, at least from what we can tell, that she doesn't necessarily have any other friends of her
Well,
own like age.
right, because she, as they
Oh,
explained, coming in at that time means that everyone's already formed their cliques and friendships, and it's hard to change that. I mean, it isn't, but
well, I mean, with the added thing about like her being a essentially a star
yeah,
and all that,
yeah.
people usually will tend to criticize and or be jealous of that kind of thing and just resent people like that in general.
Hmm.
So she kind of got a lot of that, and didn't really I don't want to think she's a loner, but she just didn't really interact with anybody.
Yeah.
But but besides rambling with all that, turned out there's a there's a reason why, specifically in that situation in the library where people can't see her, is because of something called puberty syndrome, which is a mysterious supernatural syndrome that affects different like teenagers in different kinds of ways.
Well, we know what it is. It's the chin, chin, chinu, chino, chin. I don't know how to pronounce it. The Chinubyu thing,
Right.
Chunpyo, however the fuck you pronounce it.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
That's essentially another name for it. And as they explained, or you were about to explain it, so go on.
Well, I mean, in the context of this anime, it affects people in different ways. Like in this case, for Senpai, hers affects the effect of her puberty syndrome is that in a certain location, people will not be able to see her, nor will people even know who she is. Like her existence is pretty much like nowhere. She's non-existent in that specific area. And as we get to find out at the end of the episode, that area starts to expand as time goes on.
Right. I have a feeling that it's related to well, because they kind of hinted on it. That because she was doing a bunch of work and stuff, but then she went on hiatus for a while. That's when she went to school, and
Mm.
that's when it started.
Right.
So I'm assuming personally is that fucking as people stop caring about her because she's not out there, they just
Mm-hmm.
anime bullshit. Now they can't see her.
Right, exactly. But not even that. Like and it expands to just that too. Cause I thought the whole puberty syndrome was kind of just pretty generic as a thing. But then they go on to a little bit how our main homeboy here he talks about it a little bit more, and
Mm-hmm.
how his sister was also affected by the puberty syndrome, where she was being bullied online, and the result of that bullying online resulted in her getting cuts and scars all over her body, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing is a representation of, like, I guess, her feelings towards all that ridicule online.
Well, I mean, I see more as like it, how you would get bullied physically. They literally beat you up and stuff. So
Yeah, and
cyberbullying is just
well,
applying the physical aspect to you.
exactly. So it's all happening to her in real life,
Right.
and
And
then
something similar happened to the main character, but he
yeah,
got a big one.
he just got that giant ass like gash on his chest and just started bleeding for some reason. I mean, he doesn't even
Right.
know how to explain it in that case. He just started bleeding one day and got hospitalized, and that's the reason why people don't really talk to him, is because is because there was this hospitalization rumor that apparently he sent some kids to the hospital because apparently he's supposed to be some he's just a big fighter dude that just sends people like to the hospital and all that stuff, and that kind of
Right.
caught wind that kind of caught wind for that specific detail, and then people just started avoiding him.
It's honestly the weirdest thing. Like, how do you mix up? Oh, it like, all right, they didn't really talk about the exact event that happened. They just said, "Well, this something happened. I got a gash on my chest, and I went to the hospital." They didn't talk about who was there. Nothing else. They just said, "Oh, three other people went to the hospital, and he was fine." Like, the fuck? He went to the hospital. Like, how do you mix that up? How does that get fucking spun out of control? That doesn't make sense.
Right, that's like a crazy game of telephone right there.
Right. Exactly. Maybe they'll talk about that later in the anime. But
Hmm.
I'm feeling good about it. I'm liking it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, Sam, I'm feeling good about it. This is a lot more. I'm getting a lot of thinking out of this, like a lot of just critical thinking in this, and
Hmm.
just in the beginning so far.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited to see what's gonna happen next.
It's also because the main character's kind of a little shit. Like
Is
he's
he?
a quiet dude. He's a pretty chill, quiet dude.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a loner, but he's sassy as fuck, and I love it.
At least he's real about it. That's what I
Right.
like.
Right. He's a little
Uh,
shit, and I like him.
what's the next thing that you saw in here, Jarron?
It's JoJo's. Didn't no one, no, neither of us watched it. Did you watch this third season of
Taro?
Index?
No, not yet. I was gonna watch it after
Right,
this one
right,
as
right.
well. So
As
I
you
got a
said,
lot to watch after this recording.
I'd have to watch everything, so I'm not even gonna touch that. Um, and then there's Irozuka Sekai no Aishtakara.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. It was
All
it
right,
was really good.
go ahead,
So
because I didn't watch it yet.
basic premise. Well, yeah. Fuck you, Jomel. He was a spoiler. Basic premise is um, the world is pretty normal as we see it, but there's
Hmm.
still like this little kiss of magic that everyone's aware of. Um, in the beginning, things take place. Let me see, 17 years in the future of 2018. So that's like 2035. Is that right?
So just up in the future.
18 plus 17. Is that 35? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm bad
Yeah.
at math.
I'm gonna say yes. So it's 2035. There's like, people's got like, future shit. There's like flying cars. There's like, people's got little like holographic computers in their earrings or wherever you want to put it and shit. So things are pretty futury, but it's not like super out of the. It's only 17 years ahead, so it's not like super crazy. It's just an advance.
Right.
And again, like I said, everything's been kind of kissed by magic, so magic's a thing. People know about it. Um, it's not like, oh, let me cast a. All right, well, let me rephrase that. It is pretty big considering what happens to the main character, but we haven't gotten to what it can really do.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened to the main character, and she now hates magic because we were led on to believe that it's the reason why she can't see color anymore, and subsequently now is butthurt Chan. So her grandma, who's like this whimsical witch, and is like, all right, well, I'm gonna send you 17 years in the past to when I was a. We're not. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Not 17 years in the past, because she's like old as shit. So it was when she was 17. That's when I'm mixing up. So it's actually way in the future, not 2035. This is like 20 fucking. How old are old people? 20.
They're pretty old. If I want to be honest, John.
How old would you have to be? 60. Fucking 2070 something. Let's say that 2070 something. So you sent her back to 2018. These times were nothing super crazy. Magic's still a thing though. So she sends her back without her consent. And they right off the bat, there's gonna be like Ghibli like. Right off the bat, because fucking like she's in this like little bus car.
Uh-huh.
And you see like time, like there's little windows of like time passing by her. Everything's like all blue and beautiful, and she's just like this in a normal little train car, and there's just like a little yellow blob dude driving it. And right off the bat, I'm like, all right, I know what I'm expecting here. Things are going to be pretty and whimsical. I'm happy. I'm good. This is what I need. I haven't seen a Ghibli film in a long time. I need
Right.
this. So there's a little interaction with him. She gets off. She makes her way back to the shop that her grandma owns in the future, and there she meets I'm leaving out some details because I don't want to spoil everything. She meets her grandmother's grandmother and her mother and father.
Oh my.
And they house her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this whole situation that she lost her one of her earrings, and she has to go find it. But she left it at the place that she like spawned in when she came to this time. And now this guy has it, and she catches a glimpse of the guy when she was walking about, and she finds him. He's an artist, and he's drawing shit. Like, again, anytime you see things through her perspective, everything's just gray. But otherwise, the color is normal. But also this anime is fucking pretty, beautiful as shit. Get ready to make some wallpapers.
Oh really?
Yes.
I'm always down for fucking wallpapers.
This is one of those.
Oh.
Especially it's by PA Works, and they do a lot of shit. They fucking.
I completely forgot about it. PA is a beautiful studio.
Like they did. What? Go on.
No, yeah, no, go on. I'm just I completely forgot about how beautiful all their work has always been.
Yeah. I'm just like thinking back to Nagina Asakara and how beautiful like all the water scenes are. I'm like, yo, this is some shit right here.
For real.
But so like you're looking at the guy through her eyes and everything's gray, but as you like peer over at what he's working on, it's like in full vibrant beautiful color. Like when she actually gets a good look at it, like the fucking world explodes in like watercolor, like in the same style as what he's drawing, because he's got a like real whimsical style. and it's just like the world just explodes into color, and you see this like little fish fucking floating around doing all this shit, and it's just the world's filling up with color, and she's just overwhelmed, and it's like, oh my god, this is some shit right here. This is just porn for your eyes. Like, it's good. My cornea boner is hella big right now. It's good. Like, this if you're looking for a Ghibli like anime, this is what you're looking for. I hate to compare studios like that, but I mean, I don't know any other way to explain it. But yeah, it's a good one. You should definitely check it out.
Sounds like it. I mean, I think I know this. This is one of the ones I was planning on watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like to see what PA has has to offer. Especially this is also an original series too. So
Right.
they're working from the ground up.
Next up we have Fulukuli, which I didn't watch. I need to, but I will at some point. But I haven't.
Oh, there's the
And
one.
there's
Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga.
I'll tell you this right now. I was not expecting that first fucking episode at all. I was not expecting a literal hit to the head with this first episode.
First fucking 30 seconds of the anime, the fucking girl dies. I'm like, what?
Exactly. It's like, oh, she's gonna be an idol. That's pretty cool. She's gonna make her submission, all that, and boom, enter rock music. Just fucking.
That was a riot. I love the way they're doing comedy in this one. It feels so like American.
Yeah, exactly. It's over the top, but just enough for it to be not overbearing. You know what I mean?
Right. It's fucking great. So the whole concept, just a easy, real quick summary, is that this guy is making zombie girls to be the next local idols to save this like prefecture in Japan. Or is it a prefecture? Yeah, prefecture.
Yeah.
And his plan is to just fucking zombie idols.
Yeah, exactly. But not zombie idols, because he does all the makeup for them to make them look normal, but they're still actual zombies.
Right. He resurrected them just for flavor, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they're from different eras. He's got one girl that's from fucking like the feudal Japan.
I know exactly.
And one funny thing is that the girls still, like, when you first meet all the girls except for the main character, they're all still zombie. So they're like walking around, fucking running into shit, biting people and shit. And he said they have to have a certain stimulus to like wake up and become normal. But it doesn't happen to the end of the episode, so you don't have to worry about that. But like, they did a little rock concert, nothing was planned, nothing happened. He just said, "All right, music, go, do it."
Yeah, exactly. He just threw him in there and just said, "All right, fuck it, let's go."
And it was the fucking most asinine thing I've ever seen. I couldn't fucking handle it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Just fucking watch it. That's some shit.
This is an original series by Mappa. I wasn't expecting much, but I am hella enjoying it and just this is gonna be one giant fun ass ride at this point.
I know, it's so good.
I also love the the voice actor they have for for the producer.
Yeah, I love it. It's Okabe from Steins Gate.
Yeah, exactly. It's his voice actor. But he's doing the mad scientist, aestheticness to us. So he's just hella energy. He's just full energy at this point.
I'm so happy about it. It's so it's so funny. Yes. Next up we got Yagate Kimi ni Naru, the main Yuri one of this season.
Great series. I read the manga. You guys should check it out. It's a pretty vanilla Yuri series if you want to check it out. So.
It feels vanilla. Oh
yeah, it's definitely vanilla. It's very, very feel good. Very feel good and romancy and bubbly. I love the manga, and at a certain just if you're into that kind of stuff, go ahead and watch it. At this point, it'll be nice. It's just upperclassmen with their lowerclassmen kind of love.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Teaching each other about love because neither of them felt it before.
Exactly.
Or romantic love, I should say.
Right.
And it's pretty cute. I like it. Not much to say about it. It's pretty. Girls are cute. What can you say? That's all you need.
But I know the next one you did watch, right? The Goku no Juliet one.
This is an interesting one. Like we were saying before, it's like they could have accidentally did a racial thing, but they They didn't let it get there, and I'm proud of them
Mm-hmm.
for it. But
No, definitely. I mean, the way the manga was going, it was not gonna go that way.
hmm um,
What do you think of it, Jarron? Because I
I
know I'm pretty much deep into the manga at this point,
right.
so I want to see because I don't think you've delved into this
No, I
at all,
haven't.
have you?
No, this is my first introduction to it, and I really like what's going on here. Like I essentially need a better it feels like it's gonna be a better Nisekoi
Oh, okay. Is that what you think of it as?
because it's two rival families essentially, but
Mm-hmm.
now everyone in the school's the on the other side of someone,
Mm-hmm.
and the love stories. I don't know if I want to say practical, but it starts at the beginning. I'm 100% for any show that starts a relationship at the beginning of the anime
Mm-hmm.
because I don't we can watch guys chase girls, girls chase guys, whatever. Same old harem. He'll pick one maybe,
A
but
big maybe.
when we start with the relationship, we get to see it grow in because I feel like it's more dramatic, more like interesting to see a relationship grow than one just to see one start.
Yeah, exactly. It's much more rewarding to see, if anything.
Exactly. I'm fucking excited. And basically, two there's a school that for whatever reason they allow these two families that fucking hate each other to coexist in the same school, and like damn near every day they just fucking war it out and beat the shit out of each other. And the leaders of each is this one guy, forget his name, main character Kun, and this other girl named Peria or something like that. She's the leader of the White Cats.
Mm-hmm.
And like apparently they were quote unquote childhood friends. They just knew each other since they were kids. But the main character's had a crush on her for a very long time. He confessed to her at the end of the anime, and they started dating secretly. And I'm super happy about it. Hence the
Mm-hmm.
Juliet thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Because I mean, the whole Juliet, it's supposed to be like the whole play on Romeo and Juliet, where like, oh, forbidden two rival families can't be involved with each other in any way.
right. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it a lot.
But what do you think of like the whole tongue? I don't know how it was. I didn't watch it, but how is it? How is the I don't know, the comedy in a sense between like whenever they're because did the first episode cover them? The first episode was them. It was him confessing his love, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I can say this much. Having that relationship already established in the beginning does pay off in the long run in terms of the interactions of all the characters throughout the next throughout the next episodes.
That's all I need.
So you'll get to see a lot of back and forth, a lot of like a lot of struggle, I guess,
Yeah.
from both characters. So that's gonna be a fun thing to watch.
Mhm. I'm good. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Next up we got Radiant, which I didn't watch yet, so I need to check that out because it's gonna be a long one. It's by Lurche, and I believe Lurche's done some pretty good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did Assassination Classroom and stuff. So I'm looking out for that. I didn't watch this John the Arc one yet. If yeah, it's out. Didn't watch Re-Ride did Tokyo whatever the fuck because it deals with time and I have enough of that going on.
For real.
Next one's not out yet. Did you watch the Runner one?
I did not yet. Did you?
No,
No.
it
Okay.
didn't interest me at all.
And you don't like watching guys run?
I mean, it's got. Well, see, here's the thing. If there was like, oh, it's shonen about these guys running and da da da, like that, it's a competition, like maybe. Because I'm trying to break out of only watching girls compete.
Right.
I'm trying not to be a pervert. So,
Well,
but this one's
let's
not
face
going
it.
to do.
That's not gonna go away anytime soon.
Right, it's not. It's definitely not. But I'm trying to expand my horizon. I'm trying to be a cultured human being.
Cultural human being. Duran, where we're at right now, we're at the point of no return at this point.
That's
Cultural is beyond us at this point.
No, I like the thick. That makes me cultured.
I don't think that's the kind of culture that's appropriately
That
like.
meme validates me, Jomel. Fuck you.
Okay. Golden.
Um,
Next one was Golden Kamuy season, second season. I haven't watched that one.
I plan on watching the first season because the explanation sounded pretty fun.
Hmm. Next one is the Tonari no Kyuseki vampire vampire
The
anime.
vampire one, yeah, it's pretty cute. I like it.
I love the series. I love the author that wrote the series. I read the manga of this one as well. We decided to
Uh,
watch the first episode because I'm always down for anything moe and something feel
right.
good. A lot more. This was a lot more Yuri.
It's real gay.
Like, I mean, it's not the gayest anime on here, but it's pretty. It's grinding up close to that.
I don't know. It's gayer than the Yuri one,
I don't think so.
than the other Yuri one. Come on, Jomel, look at the fucking opening. Come on.
I mean, okay, so maybe the other Yuri one was more romantic Yuri. This is more of a comedic Yuri, if anything. But point is,
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did not expect it to go as Yuri as it went because the 4 Koma manga is a lot more like straightforward and just more playful rather than
Mhm.
rather than um like what is it rather than giving you that kind of like lead up that maybe she's interested in more than just being your best friend
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh no, she definitely is. That's fucking right off the bat. She wants that vamp ass.
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I mind it. I just didn't expect it to go that route,
Hmm.
honestly. So it's pretty cute. Basic quick premise is that this girl who is obsessed with dolls and pretty things goes into a forest because her friend was telling her about rumors about a living doll that lives in the forest or something, and then she goes up.
Hmm.
Turns out that living doll is a vampire that lives in the city, not in the forest. It's just a misunderstanding.
She is super casual about being a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. Like she doesn't even suck blood from people. She drinks out of packs, orders everything online, and pretty much is a shut-in during the day. And then
You know, otaku.
yeah, I mean she goes out at night, walks around a bit. But
Yeah, but she's still an otaku.
oh yeah, because since she only stays up at night, the only thing she can watch on TV is anime. So she
Yeah, that's a good
eventually
point.
became an otaku. And by the end of the first season, by the end of the first episode, the main character Chan is essentially living with her,
Yeah.
like because she
Her
wants to be
parents
closer to.
were
Was
way too okay about that.
I know, right? Oh man, because I
I
was curious,
mean,
I was kind of curious about that. Like, how their parents gonna take this?
I mean, they were like, maybe it's because they're weird like her that they were fine with it.
Uh huh.
Because it seemed like they were just gonna take this time to go on vacation.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
But they were just real. Hey, I met this girl out in the forest. Can I live with her? I'm like, sure, fuck it.
Not just that, but she even told him that yeah, she's a vampire with very pretty hair, and she doesn't eat anything but blood. And they're
Right.
like, oh, silver hair. She sounds cute. Yeah, go right ahead. I'm like, okay, I guess that happened.
You fucking right. But yeah, it's play up the gay part, but they're really just using it for the comedy of it because the vampire girl's not interested in her that way at all.
Not at all. But she
Doesn't want to
does.
suck her blood. Doesn't want to do anything.
But she doesn't mind her being there now because she's already started to grown attached to her. Being
Yeah.
alone for hundreds
Yeah.
of years.
Wait, Gridman came out. Fuck. All right. Well, yeah. Let's move on.
The next one on here is the this maid is useless, and man, I like this.
Swole.
What?
Swole.
Oh, yes. If you don't understand what Jarron means by swole, then go watch this episode now because that'll pretty much sum it all up.
Uh, well, I mean that part of it, but
Yeah.
it's essentially about a lolicon ex-military woman that becomes a maid for this little white girl, as she gleefully explained over and over again that she wants to take care of a little white girl.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she wants to do as a job.
But I mean, she found it, and now she's fucking. She's the embodiment of everything that's wrong with our community. But it's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's more acceptable in this. Well, I don't even think it's acceptable at this point. But I'm throughout the entire episode, I was questioning the father's like mentality throughout this entire situation. Like, I feel like you should probably listen to your kid at this point.
Well, you gotta understand. After so they're a very wealthy family from Russia, well, I think the father's Japanese, but the mother was from Russia. The mother died, and the daughter was very, very attached to the mother. But ever since she died, the daughter's become reclusive and bad mannered. And anytime they got a maid, she always chased him away. So she has like problems with other females in the house because she thinks they're trying to replace her mother, probably.
Right.
So she just really doesn't like the maid. Also, for the fact that the maid's a pervert, but they just play on that, and it's fucking great. I think it's hilarious.
Indeed, I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely excited for this one. They took a lot of care in this one too, because a lot of the animation is pretty on point.
Yeah, it's like well thought. There's an entire like non-cut scene of the little girl like running down the stairs. Like it was so like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like it was from her room out the door, around the corner, down the stairs, and like it's simple, what I'm saying. But like when it's fully animated, not like it's cut up in different scenes. It's one fluid fucking thing, and it's great. I can't wait for the rest of it.
Definitely recommend watching that one.
Also, let me hit you with a quick quote.
All right.
I'm not in. This is what the maid said. I'm not interested in women that have already started to menstruate.
I remember that fucking line.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, what the shit is going on?
Oh my god! See, Jarron, this is what a lolicon is.
It's like I was reminded how disgusting she is. I'm like, oh my god.
Like,
no.
Yeah, exactly. After a while, you're like, oh, maybe she's not that bad, and then she starts spouting shit like that, and like, okay, yeah, never mind. Back to reality here. But she's actually a fucking pervert at this point.
Yeah, and
like, Jarron, if you ever met anyone that tells you that, you should probably call the cops on them.
Honestly,
on that
that was fucking weird. But no, it's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a bad Trigger. So the next anime is a Gridman. I've been a bad Trigger fan and I didn't watch it yet. But I will.
How could you, Jarron?
How could I? Didn't watch the next one. The one with the bow and arrow. The guys at the bow and arrow club. Didn't give a shit. Actually, it's not even out yet, so never mind.
Yeah, it's by Kyoan. It's the free of arrows.
Yeah, bows. Conception. It's not out yet. So, the sumo one. Hino Maru Zoom whatever. Sumo one. It's good. That's all I gotta say about it.
That's it. Nothing else to report on that.
Well, all right. Let me talk a little bit more.
Just the poster alone looks pretty intense.
It is pretty intense. It's a classic sports shonen anime where the main character is just good at what he does.
Okay.
And despite this, he's really good. And they say the bigger you are in sumo, the better you are as a sumo wrestler. But he's fucking tiny, and like Japanese people are short in general. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker is probably like 4 feet tall, 4 foot tall. There's no fucking way. But he's fucking tough as shit. He took some punches from a delinquent to win back the dojo that of the school that he went to, and just fucking stood there and took him for 15 minutes.
Oh my god. He just prevailed.
Yeah, he's your classic shonen main character where he's super spirited, always cares about his friends, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And say what you will about those characters, I always find them, just fun to watch.
Yeah, they're pretty inspiring, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So he's super good at sumo wrestling, despite how short he is. But it's racking up to be a pretty good. It's a new sport that I don't think was handled before. So I'm pretty interested in it.
Oh, so
also going to be 24.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think sumo has ever been tackled as an anime before. At least in most of sports animes in general.
Right. I don't Yeah, I didn't watch anything else.
Yeah, same here. I think that's about the last thing that any of us have watched. Let me just do a quick scroll through just to make sure, because I know I ran through a bunch of first episodes.
I do want to watch Release the Spice. Probably not going to touch Double Decker. Do
How
want
about
to
the
try this radio show one.
how about that Yaoi one? The Yaoi one just came out.
Yeah, right. You fucking right.
After you want to open up your horizons, Jarron.
I want to open up, but not fucking everything else but my butthole.
You can open up your heart, can't you, Jarron?
No,
No, not
there's
not
no
even.
room. There's no room for dicks in there.
True, true. Well, I mean, we've been going on for a bit. That was pretty much like, I mean, even though it was a short list, we've been going on for a little bit. We still got a lot more to watch, a lot more to
Yeah.
cover. But we do, like, but the next time we do want to talk about head up on Steins Gate, because that was a big one that I forgot it. I didn't realize it ended when it ended.
Yeah, that was
So
weird. It felt like there was some more was gonna happen.
yeah, exactly. I mean, more. We'll talk more about it later in detail, maybe by next week or so.
Mm.
But uh, these are the first episode we've covered so far. Again, links will be. I'll provide my anime list, season list down below.
Mm.
So make sure to go watch your anime, guys, because fall season 2018 is just started, and it's just getting, things are just kicking off even more with the next week running right now.
It's so good so far. God damn.
So yeah, it's looking to be a really good. It's looking to be a really good season. Even after My Hero and all that ended, this season is not leaving you for a seasonal depression. Not at all. So definitely check out what they have to offer here.
Next season might leave you depressed. Not much has been announced.
Well, maybe I don't know. There's My Hero is definitely gonna be in
That's
January.
true.
So
That's true.
at least people will have that, and
That's
for
true.
me as well. But as always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading us. We are almost at 700 downloads. Once we hit 700, I'll always usually announce it. Thank you guys, but just thank you again for just doing your thing and listen to us wanna be a booze.
Yes, always appreciate it. Thank you for joining the Wannabe Boo Nation.
Where can they find us, Jarron?
You can find us on Twitter and Facebook, which will be our main social media pages, and then Instagram once we figure out how that works. I barely know how Twitter works. I don't know how to like share videos from other places onto it, so I'm figuring that out. Um, I mean, YouTube makes it pretty easy, but anywhere else is fucking alien to me.
Right.
You can. Our main source for our podcast is on YouTube. Here at Wannabe a Boo. Wannabe a Boo podcast. You can also find us on Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Listen Notes, the Stitcher app, and any other place that hosts an RSS feed or podcast if they
Yeah.
picked us up.
Good shit. And as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.